First up, ever since the Fast and Furious franchise launched in 2001, Neil H. Moritz has been working on it as a producer, but that nearly 2-decade-long tenure has come to an abrupt end. From CinemaBlend, rather than Moritz deciding to leave the car and explosion-filled series of movies on his own terms, he's been fired due to a legal dispute with Universal Pictures. Last October, it was reported that Neil Moritz filed a lawsuit against Universal, alleging that the studio was in breach of oral contract and committed promissory fraud when it removed him as the lead producer on the upcoming Fast and Furious spin-off Hobbs & Shaw. 7 months later, the news has come out that not only has Neil Moritz been dropped from Hobbs & Shaw, but he's also been removed from all future Fast and Furious movies, starting with Fast and Furious 9, which begins shooting in a few weeks. Because Moritz has a pay-or-play deal, Universal will still need to compensate on the Fast and Furious movies. Because Universal is trying to expand the Fast and Furious franchise into a more cinematic universe, as well as Hobbs & Shaw's budget growing before production, the studio asked the franchise's top talent to contribute to a pool that would allow Universal to break even before others were cut in on the profit. Dwayne Johnson was among those willing to play ball, but Moritz reportedly instead wound up for his usual game of hardball. Hobbs & Shaw comes out in theaters on August 2nd, and Fast and Furious 9 will follow on May 22nd, 2020. Next up, with Disney's Aladdin only a few weeks away from hitting theaters, the studio has released a new poster promoting the film in Dolby Cinemas. The poster, seen here, pictures Aladdin with his pet monkey Abu after what looks to be a great thievery score, holding what could be the very lamp that contains the film's genie, played by Will Smith. If you haven't seen a film in Dolby Cinema, do yourself a favor and get to one soon. Mina Massoud from Amazon's Jack Ryan stars as Aladdin, Naomi Scott from Power Rangers stars as Princess Jasmine, and Marwan Kenzari from Murder on the Orient Express is Jafar. The film is set to debut in theaters May 24th. Next up, ABC has handed in its first new drama series pickup for a Kobe Smulders-headed adaptation of the graphic novel Stumptown. The series follows Dex Parios, played by Smulders of Avengers and How I Met Your Mother fame, as a strong, assertive, and sharp-witted Army veteran with a complicated love life, gambling debt, and a brother to take care of in Portland, Oregon. Her military intelligence skills make her a great PI, but her unapologetic style puts her in the firing line of hardcore criminals and not quite in alliance with the police. The show is set to air for the 2019-2020 season. Next up, more graphic novel-based content is set for release during the 2019-2020 season as Forces of Geek reports. Warner Bros. Animation and Warner Bros. Home Entertainment, in partnership with DC, are currently in production on 5 new DC Showcase animated shorts. Inspired by characters and stories from DC's robust portfolio, the all-new series of shorts will be included on upcoming DC Universe movie releases, with exception of an innovative Batman Death in the Family long-form animated short, which will anchor a compilation set for distribution in late 2020. Each of the 5 shorts, entitled Sergeant Rock, Adam Strange, Death, The Phantom Stranger, and Batman Death in the Family, opens with a new live-action branding sequence that features a few Easter eggs especially added for observant fans. Actors featured on the first 5 shorts were Malcolm McDowell, James Garner in his final performance, Jerry O'Connell, Linda Hamilton, Gary Cole, Alyssa Milano, Thomas Jane, and Michael Rooker. Next up, do you like 90s action films? Do you like 90s action film remakes? Then this one's for you. From Dark Horse Horizons, one of the most iconic action films of the 1990s, Rennie Harlin's Cliffhanger is getting a remake. The new take is said to be searching for a female lead to take on the Stallone role, while actor Jason Momoa is reportedly in talks to make a cameo. The script for the new take is being penned by Creed II writer Sasha Penn. Stallone is reported not involved in the new version in any way, and the film is being sold as a package during this year's Cannes Film Festival. And finally, Netflix's Mindhunter arrived in 2017 to fan and critic praise. Although a second season had been announced, not much has been revealed until now. Slash Film reports Charlize Theron, who is one of the producers on the serial killer series, has confirmed we can expect more from the show as Mindhunter Season 2 arrives in August. The series, which stars Jonathan Groff, Holt McCallany, and Anna Torv, is based on the true crime book Mindhunter Inside the FBI's Elite Serial Crime Unit, written by John E. Douglas and Mark Olshaker, and chronicles the beginning of serial killer profiling in the FBI. Specifics on the second season are still vague. And that will do it for today's installment of the Movie News Feed.